What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I am back to review another 2 episodes of Love Island. This is season 7, episodes 5 and 6. No, wait, episodes 4 and 6. Baby, we absolutely skipped episode 5. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so in episode 4, Jeremiah has just found out that Huda is a mom, right? Now, is he being dramatic? Absolutely. And of course, she wants to basically control the narrative of let me tell everybody that I'm a mom. Don't need you to do that. And she ends up asking him, is this going to be a deal breaker for you? This man tells her, I don't feel that way right now. Right now, he is still feeling her. I said, girl, I'm not sure about this. I feel like right now in this house, in this moment, because y'all are secluded with each other, he is feeling you. Had y'all met outside of this show, I think that probably would have been a deal breaker for him. I'm just saying. It probably would have been. Because even in his confessional, he was like, I never thought I would be a guy that dates a girl with kids. And after she tells him this, she does have an emotional conversation with Shelly, because at the end of the day, she likes him so much and she wants him to like her the same. One thing about this girl is that she is an emotional girl. When I tell y'all she will cry at the drop of a dime, those tears are falling to the floor, okay? Now, y'all, here comes Bella. She's trying to have this conversation with Nick. Y'all, one thing I will say about her is that she does this, nervous laugh a little too much for me. Bella mouth be wide open, but she don't really be saying shit. I just feel like I've noticed that even when she talks to Nick, they don't be talking about shit. It's a lot of sound effects, but usually he's doing most of the talking, okay? Now, while this is happening, Sierra, she was over there getting jealous, okay? Because at this point, she's peeping the scene yo, Bella, this is my man now. What are you doing, sis? So she ends up going over to grab her man. I said, okay, Sierra, I ain't about to knock you, because at the end of the day, these girls are very, very different, okay? Now, one thing that I will say is that Sierra was talking to 2 of the other guys. I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about Bella. And oh, yeah, she has this low body count. She's only been with one person. And Sierra was like, okay, but I've been with the most guys, and I'm pretty sure there's guys that find that attractive that she's only been with one person. And the guys are basically trying to say that, oh, Bella's probably very inexperienced. Listen, baby, we don't know what she was doing with that one person. Number 1. Number 2, I did like the fact that Sierra low-key kind of stood up for her in that moment, because I'm like, okay, cool. Sierra, it's not that she's not a girl's girl. She's definitely giving girl's girl energy. However, she goes after what she wants. If she find that man attractive, she's going to let him know that she checking for him. While you have Bella, on the other hand, Bella is waiting to be chosen. And I feel like these 2 girls give off 2 different energies. So after that, we get to the next day. I will say that I think it's really cute that the guys make the girls breakfast. And here's the thing. Austin, he was talking to Shelly, right? And another thing that I noticed while I'm listening to him talk, I'm like, yo, he talks so fucking lazy. He just kind of drags his words a little bit. What do you think about us? Do you think we're still going to do this? Sir, stop dragging your words. Nonetheless, he, again, asked her how she felt about them being together, and it's very clear that they could just be friends. I don't see it for y'all, and you both know it, so why are we still holding on to this? Now, y'all, I will say this about Charlie. I feel like wherever he's from, at least from the UK or something, he must have girls just fawning over him, okay? Because I feel like him and Austin probably feel this way. They are probably used to girls being all over them, And they don't really get no play here. They really not. Like, he over here talking about how, because back home I have this going on. Sir, we don't care. We don't care that the girls are now on your, all on your jock, okay? Let me correct myself. I'm trying to clean up the language. We don't care. Because if we want to be honest, Charlie, you not even that cute. I'm just going to leave that right there. So we learned that they were going to be playing a game of baseball later, right? And the girls have to rank the boys. And here's my thing. Huda, is it Huda or Huda? No, because that sounds like Hootie Hoo. So I think it's Huda. Huda, she feels like all the girls are going to choose Jeremiah. Girl, ain't nobody thinking about Jeremiah. What the fuck you talking about? I just said I was going to watch my language. Well, but yeah, ain't nobody thinking about no fucking Jeremiah. Like, it was just so wild to me that she just automatically knew that everybody was going to be checking for Jeremiah. Girl, everybody knows that he is locked down, clank, clank, because you refuse to let him see anybody but you, sweetheart. I've seen more girls on this show. They're checking for Ace, and baby, they're really checking for Nick, if we want to be honest. Like, be so for real about yourself. So each girl, she has to line up her guys when they get to the activity, according to the base, right? Because we play a baseball. So Huda goes first, and she chooses Taylor on first, Nick on second, Ace on third, and of course Jeremiah on fourth. One thing I will say about this game, I'm like, I feel like base number 2 and number 3 was absolutely a bit more freakier than fourth base. Am I the only one who feel that way? Because even when we first started the game, I feel like maybe it's because all the guys were trying to respect Jeremiah. Because the people who was on first base at first, I can't even think who it was. Taylor? Like, that shit was so PG. But nonetheless, she does the activities, whatever. And I want to say that she kissed Ace while they did the ice cream thing. And of course, she made out with Jeremiah. Of course, right? Then we see Alondria, baby. Y'all, I like Shelly is cute. I feel like all the guys is checking for her. But baby, Alondria is where it's at. Body is tea. You hear me? Body is crazy. Like, I was like, oh, okay, this is where it's at, baby. So she chooses Nick, Charlie, Ace, and Taylor. Here's my thing. I'm not understanding, again, why the guys are not checking for Alondria like that. Like, y'all are crazy. But next we see Sierra. She has Charlie, Taylor, Austin, and Nick. Like, one thing I've noticed about Sierra is that she is really a fun, bubbly girl. Like, I really like her energy because she was really having fun with it. And I'm not saying that none of the other girls were, but I would say the girls that I think had the most fun with it out of the original girls would be Alondria had a lot of fun. Sierra had a lot of fun. Shelly was all right. Huda, she too busy worried about how things are going to look to Jeremiah. And Belle, baby, we going to get to her. So next you have Shelly. She has Charlie, Taylor, Austin, and Ace at home. And baby, the way Ace picked her up, whoo, I said, yeah, he wants her bad, okay? But one thing that I will say is, as the game kept going, the kissing got way more nasty, way more intense. Like, yeah, they was going for it, for real. Now, y'all, here comes Belle. Who was this woman? Because I don't know what's happening. She has Charlie on first, Taylor on second, Ace on third, and Nick is on fourth. Okay? Y'all, by the time this girl got to Nick, it looked like she wanted to do way more with Nicholas. I said, whoa, girl, slow it down. Like, y'all, she literally made out with all the guys. And my only issue with that is, girl, you can have fun. You can make out with whoever that you want to. But you just did a complete 180. You literally told these guys to kiss you on the cheek. Talk about, I got to take things slow. All the things. But now you've realized that for you to compete, you got to be on the same type of time that everybody else is on, right? And I get it. It's a competition. But also, like, watching this just showed me, like, adult peer pressure. Like, y'all remember being in high school and it will be like, well, all my friends are doing it, so I have to do it too. That's what this shit gave me. So I'm just kind of like, Bella, who is the real Bella? Like, were you pretending in the beginning and you really not that shy? You really don't take stuff that slow? Like, is this the real version of you? Or are you trying to put on because you want to stay so bad and you want to be with Nick so bad, even though y'all don't even talk about shit? Like, I'm trying to understand. Now, in my mind, I said, damn, poor Jeremiah, he only got in the game once because, of course, ain't nobody gonna choose him because of Huda, right? Oh, wrong. Because, baby, we got 2 new bombshells, okay? We got Hannah and Amaya. Hannah is, she's first. When she get there, first of all, the girls, they didn't look too happy at first. Now, Hannah, she's the first girl up. She chooses Austin, Jeremiah, Charlie, and Nick as her 4th. And, baby, when I saw Hannah, I said, oh, yeah, I can already tell that Charlie's probably going to go for her. I can see it. This girl looks like she more his speed. Honestly, she looked like she could go with Hannah. Hannah could go with Charlie or Austin, if we really want to be honest, right? Now, here's my thing. Huda is doing what? Being jealous. I'm just like, girl, he only on second base. All they doing is taking a shirt off and spraying him with, like, some type of liquid. Relax. Like, it ain't that deep. But, baby, this is when shit really hit the fan. Because Amaya, she ends up choosing Charlie, Nick, Ace, and Jeremiah. Baby, when I tell you, Huda was hot. She was hot. She was over there in her feelings. Like, girl, you barely know this man. Like, you gotta relax. Like, the girl, and keep in mind, Hannah and Amaya, they're having fun with it. They're kissing the guys. Like, everybody's all into it, hyping the shit up too. And by the time she got to kissing Jeremiah, y'all, you can literally see Jeremiah is not trying to kiss that girl. Even if he was attracted to her, I feel like because he's supposedly so locked in with Huda, the way he was really, like, not trying to kiss her, it kind of bothered me. Because I'm just like, so you really about to shut off your entire experience because of her? When she just kissed Ace? Like, make that make sense. But whatever. So, after the game, the bombshells, they get to know the guys. And we do get to see, like, the main girls. They're having a conversation. And, of course, they talk about Bella. Because everybody's like, oh, my gosh, Bella, you did that? And in my mind, I'm still questioning who is the real Bella. But, nonetheless, this is the part that got me. Huda, you are tripping. The fact that she's sitting up here talking, oh yeah, I don't like that girl, Maya. I don't like her. She's messy. Like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? This girl does not know you. She don't even know your situation with Jeremiah. Hell, the show just started. Like, could you get a grip, please? Like, and I wish that one of the other girls would have been like, girl, relax. It was a game. Like, it's fine. That girl ain't done nothing to you. Chill out. And also, she then goes on to tell Sierra how she's a mom. Again, how is this relevant to the situation? Because as she's explaining how, because, like, me and Jeremiah, like, we're pretty much kind of locked in, and I just told him that, like, I'm a mom, and, girl, that is irrelevant. Like, she gotta get a grip, for real. So, the girls, Hannah and Amaya, they talked to the rest of the ladies, and they basically tell her, like, yeah, well, you know, when we talked to Jeremiah, he pretty much let us know that he's closed off. Now, of course, she happy about that. And then has the audacity to tell these girls, like, yeah, they call us the mom and dad. Girl, it's day 4. Stop saying that shit. Nobody, and also, nobody's calling you that. You are a self-proclaimed mom and dad. Like, be so for real about yourself. So, the guys, they talking about Bella and how now, oh, Nick is feeling 50-50 with Bella and Sierra. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. At this point, I'm just looking at him like, you just trying to see who you can smash first. Be so for real, Nick. We saw your numbers. I see why they are the way that they are. So, Hannah is talking to Austin, right? Because now they're trying to move around, get to know people. And it's clear that he likes her, but I don't know if she really feeling him. And then Ace, he has a conversation with Amaya. And to me, the conversation was giving very informative, but he wasn't flirting with her hard the way that he, like, vibes with Shelly. So I was just kind of like, okay, I don't know how much he feeling her. Now, speaking of Shelly, she's talking to Huda, and y'all, why is that girl still talking about Amaya? Like, girl, would you let it go? Y'all, Huda is a problem. Huda is a problem. I'm sorry. I don't like the way she's operating because Amaya ain't done nothing. Also, you don't own Jeremiah. Like, that girl is not being messy. Why do you keep saying that? In that moment, Shelly should have really got her together. And I'm kind of giving Shelly a side eye, like, sis, why aren't you getting her together? Now, here we go again with an empty conversation between Bella and Nick. Like, y'all can do all the kissing that you want, but I still don't feel like they talk about anything. And I'm not saying that anybody's having deep conversations on this show, but I really feel like they ain't talking about shit. And also, the only reason why he's even in her face right now is because she literally became a total different person overnight. So, you're so proud that you're making out with him, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, but girl, I don't even think he really like you for you. Like, are we not seeing this play out? Nonetheless, she ends up talking to Alandria, and again, Alandria is doing all the talking, and Bella is sitting over there just like, yeah, I'm just like, just close your mouth. So Nick, he ends up talking to Sierra, and they make out in the photo booth, right? Again, I feel like at this point, this man is trying to see how many times he can kiss these women, how many times he can get some type of, like, sexual rush, and I'm just over it. I'm so over it at this point. But that was episode 4. Let's jump into episode 6. Y'all, oh God, we have Huda talking to Jeremiah now about this kiss with Amaya. Girl, it's not that deep considering I literally saw you just kiss Ace. And also, Amaya does not know that that's your man, especially not during that game. So basically, he has to, tell her that he's locked in with her. And then we move on to Alandria and Taylor. They over here pillow talking. Now, Alandria, she kind of noticed that they don't really be talking to each other about each other. They be like pillow talking about what the other couples got going on, but they don't really get to know each other like that. And here's my thing, and I'm not even trying to be funny, but Taylor, you might want to step it up because, baby, Alandria is a catch, number one. Number two, the girlies ain't even checking on you like that. And I don't understand why they're not, but they're not checking on you like that. I'm just throwing that out there. So you might want to stick with this one, baby. Now, we jump on over to Ace, who has a conversation with Shelly. Now, it's very clear in this moment that she's still his number one person, okay? Then we do see a conversation that happens with Amaya and Jeremiah. And here's the thing. At one point, they were consistently talking over each other. And I'm just like, can y'all just, like, slow down? and let one person talk at a time. And basically this was Jeremiah telling her that he wasn't interested because he liked what he got going on with Huda, okay? And the only thing I kept thinking when he was telling her that, y'all, was, oh, is it that she's not foreign enough? Because I'm never going to, understand him saying that the girl got to be foreign. Like, so if the girl walked in, if a Latina girl walks in, does she have a chance? I'm just curious. So we do see Huda, and she's talking to Ace, and he's like, yo, you do realize that y'all only been here for 4 days. Like, sis, you're doing too much. And then Ace, he tells her that, she's not really approachable. Y'all, why she had the nerve to say, well, I'm open to a chat. Like, we're not closed off. Girl, have you not just seen what you just did? You literally told the other girls that this girl was messy, how you don't like her. And the way you're operating is absolutely like you are closed off with him. Be so for real about yourself. It's bad enough that y'all be able to get all touchy-feely laying up in that bed. We done seen y'all take showers together. Yeah, y'all doing a lot more than everybody else is doing from what our eyes can see. But what you not about to do is play in our face to try to make it seem like you're available to other people when you're not. Like, I can't with her. Also, we saw the ladies talk again, and Amaya pretty much made it clear that she's not going to be pursuing Jeremiah. Like, she cool off that, right? And now Huda is like, oh yeah, and we're such a sisterhood. Girl, get the fuck up out of here. Y'all are not about to be this grand sisterhood in a minute, because I can't wait for some stuff to really start shaking up. Now, moving on from there, we peeped that Austin is checking for Amaya, okay? Now, we do see them working out and stuff, but, like, something about her personality is a little off for me. I can't really figure it out. Maybe it's the way she talked, the way she laughed. Like, something about it be giving fake. And I'm trying to figure that out. Like, she's putting on for the show, but she's hiding her true personality, if that makes sense. Like, you know what she gives me? Y'all know when people be like, oh yeah, well, I have to have like this bubbly personality for people to like me. And I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting from her. Like, she's cool. She, like, she may have some parts that are bubbly, but sometimes I'm like, girl, you kind of overdoing it. But nonetheless, Nick, he finally pretended to show Belle some interest, okay? Yet again. But at the same time, he also has a conversation with Sierra. And I feel like I prefer the conversation with Sierra because Sierra, she likes to talk about things that are happening in the moment. Like, listen, this is how I'm feeling about you. I really like you. I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm not trying to be pushy about it. But at the end of the day, I do want to be chosen. Which is what I've been saying. Sierra goes after what she wants. Versus Belle, who's dragging along with whatever Nick give her. Shelly talks to Austin. And I feel like since the new girls have come in, she's not really the hot commodity anymore. So it was interesting for her to try to see if they're still good. I'm just kind of like, wait, what's this? Because y'all just had a conversation about y'all wanting to be friends. So are we trying to figure out, like, are you going to still be on the show and saved? Or what, girlfriend? I'm trying to understand. And I'm not saying that she was, like, intimidated. But I feel like all the guys that were checking for her are now seeing what these other ladies are about. So, yeah, she may be trying to see where she going with this. Now, she does get a text, and baby, we about to recouple, okay? So, we get to the recoupling, and Jeremiah, of course, he chooses Huda. We already knew that was a no-brainer. Taylor, he chooses Alondria. Like, honestly, at this point, these two are each other's only choice. Ain't nobody checking for Taylor. Ain't nobody checking for Alondria. So these two, y'all locked in. Charlie goes for Hannah. Ace, motherfucking Ace, surprised the fuck out of me. I said, sir, what are we doing? That was not in the game plan. I'm not understanding what's happening right now. Like, this is not what we planned. This man, he decides to choose Amaya. And I said, wait. Shelly's right there. Like, are we okay? Shelly is right there. But I'm assuming that maybe he's trying to get out all of his interests early before he locks in with Shelly. I don't know. I just did not expect that. So Austin, he has to, pick up the slack, and he chooses Shelly. Again, I'm not understanding this at all, because really it should be the opposite. Austin should be choosing Amaya. A should be choosing Shelly. I'm like, was this like a secret agreement? What's happening right now? Y'all, Nick is the last person, and he picks Sierra, right? Now, here's my main problem, okay? Huda, why are you over there crying? I'm trying to understand what you're doing. Like, this is not about you, okay? I get it. You may be cool with Belle, but this is not your moment. Wipe those fucking tears. Stop acting like your cat died. Please. This ain't about you. Honestly, y'all, him choosing Sierra, I think that was for the best. I'm kind of glad that Belle is leaving, because, girl, you should not have to change who you are to get this man. Like, if he wanted you, he would have put effort into you. That man paid you dust, okay? Paid you pure dust until you decided to make out with him and everybody else on the damn show. Like, no offense, but Belle, the fact that you sat up there and then you said that, nobody ever puts me first. First of all, this ain't even this type of situation. Like, when she said that, when she was packing her bags, I said, Belle, are you okay? Because nothing in this situation is a, he didn't put me first situation. You were never first. Like, you weren't going to be first. Really, you shouldn't want to be first. You should just want to be the one and only. What's happening here? Like, girl, you need some guidance for real. So, at one point, she does have a conversation with Nick. And I'm just like, what are we talking to Nick for? Move on. First, for me, I feel like Belle played the game wrong. When that man chose Sierra, you should have hit the pivot. See what the fuck Charlie got going on, okay? Even if you don't like him, if we gonna play the game, play the game. If you really trying to stay and win the money, go flirt with Charlie. That man, he was over there desperate and didn't know what to do with himself because it wasn't no women talking to him. Like, I'm trying to make this make sense. But y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what y'all thought about episodes 4 and 6. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.